Hello everyone, Johnny Hurricane here from GamersHeroes.com, and for today's preview, why don't you sit back and let me tell you what's to come in Death's Door. Let's get started. Death's Door is a top-down action RPG, Souls-like. When you die, the enemies do respawn, but when you die, you don't lose your experience, so it is a little different. And it is an action RPG, and you play basically a Grim Reaper, except that you're a crow. You work in a place known as the Hall of Doors, and you use these doors to go retrieve souls that you then use to power yourself up, basically. Your first task of the day is a large plant monster. This is basically the tutorial boss, where you learn the basics of the gameplay, and if you can't get past this, you're not going to be able to beat the game anyways, so there you go. You just straight up fight this thing. After you beat it, you retrieve its soul, but you only have it for a moment before another crow comes through a door, knocks you out, and takes your soul. Well, not your soul, the boss's soul. The one thing a Reaper cannot do is lose the soul that it was supposed to get. So you have to go retrieve the soul, which means you're going to be searching for the crow that knocked you out. Combat in the game, it starts off pretty simple and then gets more complicated as you face new enemies. But it's pretty basic. You got your fast attacks, you have a charge attack with your sword, you also start with a bow, which is technically magic, and of course you have your dodge. Anyone who plays any types of Souls games knows that this type of combat is all about timing. Death's Door, all about timing. The right dodge, see right there, perfect example. The wrong dodge and you get blasted. The right dodge and you're in a good position to take out an enemy. And of course, if you swing too much, you're going to get hit. So it's all about finding the right rhythm and the right timing. And it's got a very good feel to it. Like, your hits are impactful and you break things on enemies. Like you can see they're about to shatter that face. When it shatters, feels good. And the way the game handles healing is interesting as well. You have to find these seeds and then you plant the seed and then you can use that plant to heal. And now the plant will refresh when you go back to the Hall of Doors, basically like the bonfire. But you can only use it once without refreshing it. Thankfully, so far at least, there's always been one right before a boss. So it's kind of like a checkpoint right before a boss. As long as you got the seed, you're going to get yourself a heal. Once you get your souls, you can then head back to the headquarters and speak with the large bird here, and he will upgrade 4 of your main stats: strength, dexterity, haste, and magic. Magic affects your bow. Strength and dex more of your main weapon, your melee weapon. But there are only about 4 or 5, unless more open up later, total upgrade slots. So I'm not thinking this is going to be a really long game. Plus, in the inventory, you can see they can only hold 3 giant souls. And then the crystal shards, those actually increase your HP. But I'm guessing it's probably going to be like a 10 to 12 hour game. There are also puzzles that you will have to do in the game while you explore around the different areas. Exploration is pretty rewarding so far, at least. Not only do you get those seeds, which are absolutely vital, because I'm not sure, but I don't think there's enough seeds to fill every single one of the plants, because there's a couple I've seen and I didn't have any seeds. The world is also inhabited by some NPCs. This individual right here, for instance, wants someone who can actually kill him. There's also a guy with a literal pot for a head. He offers you soup, and he journeys with you for a little bit. And there's a few other NPCs as well. So the world is alive, which I can appreciate. And I mean, at this point, do I even have to say the art style is absolutely gorgeous? If you have eyes in your head, you should really like the look of this game. If not, you just have poor taste. Sorry, that's a fact. And, of course, there are fantastic boss battles, at least the ones I've fought so far. Just expect to die multiple times and try to learn the process as you're going. But look at this thing. Hello, Final Fantasy VII Hell House meet Death's Door Death Castle that killed me. One last thing I want to mention before I wrap this up. I really like the way the bird moves, because if you look at it, it moves like an actual bird moves. Just it's that attention to detail, and I had to point it out because I saw it and I was like, oh, that's cool. I like that. And even when he's sitting on the bench with Pothead, he's just up there like a bird would be. Anyways, if you can't tell, I enjoyed this preview, and I'm looking forward to playing the actual version, which comes out July 20th. That's what my notes say anyways. It's in July for sure. So, if you liked what you saw, got what you needed. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Later, Gators.